Hi, my name is Rhonda Hill, and I've been invited to share a little bit about emotional health and how my family has taught me to achieve that, what we do collectively to help each other live emotionally well. I think this is a topic that is very important and right on time, given that we are all living through this pandemic of COVID 19. We are living through the racial um, unrest and folks really putting their bodies on the line for racial justice. And so, thinking about the ways in which we practice emotional health is very important. Um, for me, I am the oldest of five children. My mom and dad were married young, and so we had the benefit of having our parents um, do a lot of things with us because they were younger and were able to move around and do a lot of things to keep us moving and healthy, which also means that I have my grandmother who, for most of my whole life here since about 18, I've been living with her off and on. And so I had the benefit of my grandmother, I've had the benefit of being with my great grandmother as well. So um, I've had opportunity to sit at the feet of elders in our family and really learn from them and how they care for themselves and really how they care for us. So I did go to college, um, got a master's degree in marriage and family therapy, and you would think that I would have some deep answer from my years of academic study, but really, I don't have to wax philosophical. It has been for us, and from what I watched and being with my grandmothers, is we spent so much time with food and prayer and singing. And I would have to say that those three things have been those things that have brought us the emotional comfort and stability. Just thinking about my great grandmother who passed away at 100 years old. Every time we would go to her house before she stopped cooking, she had us brownies. She was a baker, professional baker. So she had us brownies with walnuts in them. Loved them every time we went to her house. Then she'd have nuts in the nut tray for us to be able to just snack on and eat. And so it's just that time of knowing one, she's going to make our favorite dessert, those brownies. And then two, just being able to be there and sit with her. I could just rest my head on her lap. And we just spend this time together as a family. Now living with my grandmother, we had this year we lost my mom, and so just during that time, for me and my siblings, the five of us, um, again we stayed in prayer and song. We would go to my mom's hospital room, and without fail, we would pray with my mother. I would sing with my mother. We would sing songs that we grew up in church singing, songs that she would remember. And sometimes she had the strength. My mom, she would sing some songs, and we were just following behind her. And that was really soul food for us, for my mom. Having those songs, those familiar songs of praise and worship to God, and then us. Me and my siblings there, being able to pray with her, pray over her. We did that together multiple times in the hospital room. We did that at home. We did that over the phone. Gather in prayer, grounding ourselves in prayer. And I know for certain that that being able to pray and sing together with my siblings, growing up in church, in choir, at home, um, not only in our nuclear family, but we also have family prayers and we sang in choirs with extended family. So having that tradition is what I know has helped steady me emotionally during these times. It's what's helped us, deal with losing our mother this year. We call each other. My sister called me last week to pray for her. My brother asked us today to pray for him. We know that when there is something going um, on with us personally, that we can reach out to each other and say, hey, I need a word of prayer. With my grandmother, it's the same. It's a blessing to still have her be with us. She's 79 years old. And she definitely prays for us, prays with us. We know we can call her, and at the drop, she will pray over us. And so, prayer has been, without a doubt, fundamental to the way that we have been able to sustain and take care of ourselves emotionally. And it's not just the individual prayer, but it's that collective prayer. It's praying together with each other, and that place in prayer that comes that vulnerability that prayer calls up. Um, the other thing is, my grandmother doesn't always cook, but from time to time, I think she feels she gets a sense or a hint of knowing that it's time for her to cook us a meal. And so she did that today. She cooked a big meal today: dressing, greens, candied yams, uh, black eyed peas, cornbread. So doing that, having that meal, having us all come over to gather to eat together, again, that is another way. Just like with my great grandmother, and my mom used to do that for us too. She would cook us all our favorite thing, um, either our birthdays or just whenever. She knew we liked something, she would cook it for us. So food, and using food as a way to bring us together, to comfort us, um, to bring laughter. Again, I think that's another way that has proved to be useful to our um, emotional health and well-being. And so, as we continue to press through these trying times, with the election ahead, we're still fighting the COVID-19, and many, 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 many Black Americans, especially, are having to wrestle and face with, or even try to wrestle and continuously face um, the efforts that seems to attack us emotionally and mentally all the time, to destroy us through this system of white supremacy, and being um, policed. That pressure is pressures of white supremacy, and the policing, not just through actual police force, but it's so many ways that Black people are policed in this society, that emotional health and well-being is certainly important. It's certainly um, ways that we have to figure out how to ground ourselves. And so for our family, without a doubt, that's what I know it's worked. And for me, it's what I do with my son. Um, it's what my mom did for us. It's what my grandmother continues to do for us, and that is feed us, bathe ourselves in prayer together, that collective prayer time together as a family, and singing songs. And my son, he's 7 today, he loves to sing. So we'll be in the car, or he'll just go around the house and he'll sing. It's a song that we sing at church. And he'll sing in this song we've been singing at church since I was a kid. That's the wonderful thing about hymns and songs of praise, that just travel from generation to generation. So I'll hear him singing this song. It's like, go, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we have the victory. And there he is, just humming that song along. And I'm like, okay, baby, you like that song, huh? Yeah. So that is comforting and encouraging, and grounding, that he has those songs of praise that I grew up with, and now he's singing them too. So, yeah, being able to be prayerful together, sing together, and eat together. Um, Sound really simple, right? But they have done wonders. Those things have done wonders for me and my family. They ground us because we know we can fall back on knowing that any one of us will be ready and able and willing to pray a prayer with each other, and we'll be ready to hum and sing a song. When sometimes words just don't cut it, won't do, hum and sing a song of praise, from our childhood, that just calls us to a place of remembrance about who we are and how we are loved no matter what. So that's my take on emotional health. And I do pray that those who are watching, listening, participating are able to find themselves grounded in a way that will allow for, them to take care of your emotional, well being, and tend to those heartaches and pains, as well as daring to celebrate, right? In these times where, I've lost a really good friend of mine as well, and a lot of people are losing people they love. So in the time of so much loss, to celebrate, to say that is a dare, that it really is. It's like really being able to allow yourself the opportunity to be happy, to take a moment and take inventory and what is good, what is right, what is loving, what is well, what is at peace in your world right now, and celebrate and make a big deal out of it. Because I think we have to. We have to. So thank you for listening. Thank you for this time and opportunity. Again, my name is Rhonda Hill, and I hope that you and your family are experiencing good health, and staying as well as you possibly can during these times.